So we back.
We back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in that Majora's Mask shenanigans. This is Boss Rush. I'm Wayne.
And I'm Jake.
And we're just a couple of squeebs on this grand adventure of dying people and death and sadness. Yeah, it's a good time. So last
where are we picking up?
Yeah, we're trying to get some roops so we can go through the mini game. Because I want a piece o' heart. I do.
All right. So you're basically just like trying to get kind of ahead before you get into the meat.
Yeah, I mean, we're going. I'm not sure if I mentioned this before. I don't know what you're going for, Jake, but oh my god. But I am going for a 100% run on this game. We're getting all the masks. We're getting all the heart containers.
All right.
We're doing all the fairy things. And we're not going to challenge the final boss of this game until we have the Fierce Deity Mask.
Do you want to do the final boss with the Fierce Deity Mask, though?
Only the final phase.
Okay.
First, the way I do it is first two phases of the final boss, I just go it as Young Link. Final phase, I'm not gonna spoil it right now, but the final phase, I throw on the Fierce Deity's Mask because it's awesome.
Yeah.
And I like to think it has some sort of lore significance.
I'm sure it actually does, but
yeah, we'll get deeper into that once we're actually closer to the game.
Yeah.
Don't gotta talk about all that now. You know what else we need to do? We need to talk to Tingle.
Do you mean you have to shoot him out of the sky?
I do also mean that, yes.
Like a World War II boat guy. Got it.
What?
The boats.
Did we start that timer?
Nope.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's alright. We've only been, like 2-3 minutes in.
Yeah.
So we can have some leeway here and there.
For any confusion, we're probably aiming to shoot for like 20-minute episodes, somewhere around there, 24 minute.
Yeah, since the last one was like 40 minutes, and I feel like people in their general days like to be able to, watch something and not have to spend too much time sitting down and just like spending all their time watching this episode.
And I do enjoy a nice longer episode for like the beginning and for the finale.
Oh, totally.
But for the rest of it, I think 20 to 25 minutes should probably be the goal.
You're just gonna...
Oh god.
Just gonna lose right now? Oh, wow. I'm impressed with your knowledge of like the timing with
that one stuff. Is so hard to get right. And I feel like it probably shouldn't be. I think it's just because I'm like challenged
what?
by the game. I don't know. It's just like that platform. I always like, I don't know. I overcompensate or I undercompensate and I always miss it.
You missed. Yeah, I feel like some of these mini games. I remember playing this one particularly a while ago. And I don't know why, but I just always have been bad at it.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Like, it is not an easy.
I've been, like, some of the mini games I've just forgotten so much about in older Legend of Zelda games.
Yeah.
I feel like the #1 hardest mini game in any Legend of Zelda game.
Oh, God.
Have you ever, I feel like we've talked about this before, there is a little, in the fishing place in Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
There's like, you're able to look at all of these things she has around her house and she tells you about them, which is really cool. And I thought that was a really interesting thing because you'd like, press forward on the C-stick, go into first person view, and you looked at something and all of a sudden she'd start talking to you about it.
Yeah.
And I hadn't gotten that before in a game. But one of the things is this little, like, it's like one of those metal ball, like, wood games where you tilt it and it, like, rolls around and you have to get it from one end to the other.
Right.
that game started off like, I can do this, and it becomes like a gambling thing. And you're sitting there for like hours trying to play this game and try to beat it, and it's so hard.
Maybe this time.
Yeah, and you're like, 10 more rupees. It's just like, it's like, oh, this is how people get gambling addictions. It was a fun game though. There have definitely been worse mini games in Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the ones from Skyward Sword just didn't feel memorable.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the bug collecting one.
Oh, yeah.
I liked the skydiving one.
Other than the creepy clown.
What's up, boy?
This is like one of my favorite Legend of Zelda songs of all time.
It's real good. La la la. They got mad, and now I'm sad.
Lives to word by. Well,
I will go to bed when I feel like it, sir. I remember being at there's this normal boots panel at MagFest a few years back. One of my favorite things was JonTron was talking about a reply he got to a tweet once. It was pretty late at night, I guess, and he said something about like, "Hey, Super Mario World 3 or like Super Mario 3D World is a lot of fun." And someone replied, "Go to bed, John." He's just like, "You don't tell me to go to bed."
oh man.
I did all my work. I pay my taxes, so I don't have to go to bed, John.
Oh man, bed doesn't exist anymore. There's a time.
So after this, we're just gonna have to give her like 2 more rupees, and then we'll get the the adult wallet.
The adult, she'll be like, you're obviously a child.
Ugh, look at these creepy girls.
They are, to be honest, not a huge fan of like. There are certain parts of the model that just kind of make me like uneasy. I don't know what it is.
Like the fact that they're not wearing pants?
No, not even that. I was thinking more of like
their faces.
The fact that their skin color, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Not that they're white, but anyway, just like.
Are you racist against white people?
Nah, I doubt it. But I don't know. It's something like really weird with like the color of their skin as opposed to what they're wearing or something like that. It just feels weird. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I always thought they were a little off.
Yeah.
Off-putting is the word.
Not quite pudding.
Yeah, not quite pudding. They're more like Jello because they're not quite pudding.
Jello is nothing like pudding.
Like,
if your pudding equates at all to Jello.
Like, all I'm gonna say is that in our pantry right now we have a Jello brand chocolate pudding mix.
Why don't we like make it? We could make like a pudding pie.
Look, if you're gonna make chocolate pudding, you should stop trying to make chocolate pudding and just make chocolate mousse instead.
That
it's
is
a lot
true.
Better.
Mousse is delicious.
Which, I think I got the stuff to make some more of that cream cheese Cool Whip.
Yeah, cream cheese Cool Whip.
I gotta make
We need to make a
of that.
separate show that's a cooking show.
And all I'm gonna do is just cream cheese Cool Whip.
Yeah, it'll be called,
Ghost Ride the Cool Whip.
Let's try the Cool Whip. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, man. Oh, okay.
We have fun here.
We do.
Yay! We've already saved up 200 rupees. Well, little guy, here's your special gift. Take it. Da-na-na-na.
Looking at that and then looking at the dialogue and then receiving the adult wallet, it seems like the most what's the word?
I'm not sure that is
like,
a word,
It's
Jake.
like when adults... How do I forget words like this? Like when you're speaking down to someone. You know, like someone's younger than you.
You got an adult wallet,
Yeah,
like
it's
a
like,
big
here's
boy.
your special gift.
Well, then again, like, look, everyone is racist to Deku Scrubs in this town. See, look at this. We can't leave. We can't leave the town.
Well, that's because you don't have a sword yet.
Like, wait a moment, scrub.
Have you some errand in the... How do you say mountains when it's red?
Mountains.
Good to know.
It is dangerous at night, so I cannot allow a child like you to go out alone. One might even say it's dangerous to go alone. Until you are old enough to carry a weapon. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Oh!
You cannot pass through here without being accompanied by an adult. Hey, Tattle, are you an adult?
I'm sure that counts.
Yeah, my fairy's an adult. Can we go in? So, here's a thing. So, like, are the fairies in The Legend of Zelda, like, actually little balls of light? Or are they, like, little humanoid fairies that radiate light?
I think it depends on the game. You know, but I mean, obviously, because, like, in this one, the small fairies are, like, little... It's confusing because the fairy, like, Tattle...
It's inconsistent.
Yeah. And then the other ones are, like I said last time, weird babies with wings on their heads.
Like, obviously they weren't going to change the design for the smaller fairies.
Yeah.
In Majora's Mask, because, like, she, as well as being, like, a character, Tattle is also an important part of the gameplay, which is, like, targeting onto things and stuff. Like, she's the narrative excuse for being able to L-target.
Yeah.
Also, the moon's getting rather big. I am going to shoot it down with my snot. Perfect.
Just the credits roll. They're like, you got it, secret.
I just freeze frame him jumping off the ledge there and just start playing the Full House theme.
You got it, secret.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
For me, though, going back to the fairy thing, as you know, Twilight Princess was my first Legend of Zelda game.
Yeah.
That's always been kind of where I keep my roots as far as Legend of Zelda goes, and it's kind of how I base my opinion about the Legend of Zelda game.
Right.
Generally off of Twilight Princess. And like the Great Fairy in Twilight Princess is like this really human-looking character.
Oh my god!
Oh, but she's like
terrifying.
she's like surrounded by these like blossoms and stuff like that, and that's kind of what I see is like these ones are probably like they probably are just tiny people, but they're so bright or whatever that you can't see.
I like to
That's
imagine.
kind of my
yeah.
thing. I'm glad that they do it in this representation because it looks so much better. And Tingle is horrifying in this game.
This was his first appearance.
It's so weird because in all the other characters in this game look like they have substance. He looks like he's inflated. He looks like a fake inflated
You know what?
man.
He's on balloons all the time. Like, he very well could be. Like, that's a conspiracy, is that he's a 35-year-old balloon.
Is that actually a thing?
I like to imagine, yeah.
All right.
All right, we're getting a map of Clocktown.
He looks gross. I just don't like the way his face bends in this one.
I don't know what you...
Like it shouldn't. It shouldn't do that though. And he's such like an integral character in Wind Waker.
Oh, I'm integral pedophile.
Yeah, and slave driver actually.
Of his brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's scarier than the moon.
They should have just swapped the moon's face with Tingle's face. Like both of them have the opposite one. Maybe they'd both be no.
Did someone Photoshop the moon in Majora's Mask with Tingle's face?
You know, I might just do that.
Like-
We can put it on the card.
The thumbnail.
The thumbnail, yeah. That can be our thumbnail.
Life is bad.
Life is a terrible, terrible thing.
Good luck, young squeeb.
Young squeeb.
Alright, I'm ready to get this piece of heart. We gotta do this in 1 minute and 16 seconds. This one, I don't have as much trouble with as the other ones. Oh, also, this is nice to know. The timer for this minigame does not start until you exit this flower.
Ah.
So if you need to take some time to
You can be strategic with it.
yeah.
You can grab some good opportunities.
Riveting.
I always felt like there was less time when I played this game.
Also, one thing I find real neat about the third day is that because the moon's getting closer to the Earth, right?
Yeah.
So the Earth is shaking.
Which is a little terrifying. They really did a lot to just make the parts of this game.
It's a dark game.
Yeah, they're just like, they made it scary.
Yeah. And it's...
I like it.
That's one of the cool things, and I was thinking about this after we went and we saw the new It movie. And I really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah.
But it wasn't scary. It was startling.
Oh, absolutely.
But it had a lot of jump scares. I love this. You're obviously a pro, and pros can't play here. I'm an MLG pro.
I would say that you're probably a pro by now. Like,
You got a piece of heart.
have you counted how many times you've done this? My dude?
Such a youthful face. But we were really dealing with a fierce competitor.
And then, it's Squeeb Hide! I've lived my entire life just for that moment.
Just for this moment.
But yeah, it was startling. There's a lot of jump scares and like that will kind of shock you for a moment. Majora's Mask has a lasting impact. It's all very, it's a less something that would scare anyone who saw it for a few seconds, and it's more you have to understand the context.
Which is really cool. I think there need to be more things that take like deeper meaning
yeah.
as far as like scary goes and stuff like that. And this game's totally one of them. And I really agree with it, because that movie, it felt like the entire movie was kind of like all of the movie was building up to a jump scare, and then as soon as the jump scare happened, it started building up again.
It was a haunted house.
Yeah, it was a haunted house. Not to say the movie wasn't good.
Right, because it was, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah. But you know, there's always stuff. Also, what's with this cow? Why is the cow everywhere? I've always questioned.
That is so rude. She's not that fat.
That's not what I meant. But
I know exactly what you're talking about. So the inn is full. I wish I would have taken the time to look around the inn a little bit more. Next cycle, which, yeah, next time cycle. But yeah, those little cows. Those little cows are all over the place. I'm assuming that was just like a little inside joke among developers or something.
Either that, or it could be because there's like the Lon Lon Ranch and the milk place or whatever. It could be like an advertisement.
It's Romani Ranch.
It is in this
Majora's
one.
Mask.
Yeah.
And they named their little girl Romani after, you know. Do you remember the code? It's 4G3215. Good, I need this little boy to remind me because Jake is useless.
I mean, yeah, but
A lot more does open up here once you're not a bush.
yeah, because that's how racism works.
Yeah. Also, I have tiny little stubby arms and legs.
That
and
doesn't help.
My mouth, nose, my underschnoz is a...
Underschnoz.
Also, I love the clock tower.
It's really cool. I like how they didn't just go with a normal clock.
Yeah.
They kind of made their own thing, and it looks awesome. Just sitting here waiting for death.
Well, I know that somebody like actually did the math and they like put together like how time in Termina works just based off of how this clock functions, and that is awesome.
Really?
Also, I want a clock like this.
Like a wooden carved one.
I don't have to be able to look at it and tell the time. I just want one that does this.
Yeah. It is really cool.
Although it would be nice if on the hour it made this sound.
Yeah.
Because the clock bell in Majora's Mask is haunting
Like
to me.
like a grandfather clock that's just shaped like the clock tower.
Yes.
Yeah.
Though.
That'd be awesome. If you become a rich human being, you could have someone carve that for you someday.
Oh man, on the little light going. So all week, or all the past 3 days, these guys have, and you can notice that this tower's been growing the past couple of days. These construction workers that were out here were putting together this carnival. This is like a festival for the people of Clocktown. They all like wear masks and stuff to the festival and everything. And tonight is supposed to be the night of the carnival. No, it's the 4th day. The 4th day is supposed to be a carnival, but
yeah,
like, you know, for reasons, it doesn't quite work out that way.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Also, I love this guy.
Yeah, me too.
I love to imagine what the sound coming out of that mouth is hey.
I was expecting something deeper. But you know what? Yeah. That's not what I meant. How would you read his in his voice though? I know, right?
My apprentice. Oh God, no. Shoot, I don't know. I don't have a voice
no
for this
idea.
Guy. My apprentice has panicked and ran away. This is all we get for a festival tower. It's not quite tall enough, is it? Shish. Even if we went to the top of the festival tower, we wouldn't be able to get up to the clock tower entrance.
Why didn't you build it near the entrance?
I apologize for this. I wish I could scare that moon away. One thing I love about this guy is in complete denial that the world is about to end.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Like, he recognizes that the moon is there, but he's so, like, caught up in, like, what he's supposed to be doing and everything like that he just can't fathom something being so,
like world changing?
Yeah, like he's incapable of doing what he's supposed to be doing.
He's just like a working man, you know?
Yeah, and I really like that. And so it's him like in denial, and he recognizes that the moon is there, but he doesn't want to admit that it's going to destroy him. Clocktown in and of itself is the first stage of grief. It is denial. And you can see that with so much of the characters that are here and everything that they're going through and everything. I feel like every character in the game, like just about every NPC in here, goes through the 5 stages of grief.
Yeah.
Which is impressive. But you know what? I think we're gonna be able to get a little deeper into that in the next episode
No!
of Boss Rush.
This one flew by.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
But
all right, though.
I'll tell you what, I want to leave you all with one glimmer of awesome.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And that will be as soon as the clock strikes 12 and we see the festival as it's supposed to begin.
Oh, okay. You timed this pretty well though. Okay. I love how low to the ground and right next to their wooden clock tower
The
their fireworks are going. If you've ever
this
seen,
party's on fire,
like-
and so is the clock tower.
have you ever seen fireworks close up? And I don't mean like close up as in at a show.
Yeah.
I mean like close up as in very close to your face. They're terrifying. They shouldn't be that far down. Someone needs to fix that. Are we going to continue this next time, or are we?
We are going to
gonna keep
continue
going?
this next time.
Oh, okay.
As the music of the apocalypse, my favorite track in the game, Final Hours, is playing. We have only so many minutes left to save the world. Can we do it?
No.
In the next episode,
Yeah, probably not.
we will find out.
My guess is no. But
All right.
yeah, we will. See you guys.
This was Boss Dental Floss.
Boss Claus.
We'll see you next mission.